Welcome to the Fabulous Travelling Yarns Edinburgh 2019 vlogs. My magic get my needles through security technique has worked yet again. Tiny majigger with pencil case, that's called. It got me through no problem. Yay. Unsatisfactory vegan breakfast, which was tasty but tiny. So yeah, cup of tea now. I'm going to head out down to the bowels of Dublin Airport to the Ryanair place.
Oh, leave my go. Okay.
What? Doesn't it?
Tours and learn more about Scotland's capital city. For further information on Edinburgh bus tours or Lothian buses services, please visit our travel shop, which is located opposite our arrival point. When leaving the bus, please ensure that you take all your luggage with you. Thank you for choosing Airlink by Lothian. Goodbye, and we hope to welcome you back on board again soon.
Oh, that was all of the winter stuff. You know, they have their winter festival, but they rip it all up and redo it in the spring. Yeah, we're coming off onto Waverley Bridge. And this is where we will disembark in the centre of the city. Now friends, I'm going to do a quick overview here with a voiceover because I noticed that there was a lot of noise from cars and rain. Now this is Coburn Street coming up here, and there's a really nice pub here, the Malt Shop, which is really good. Serves really good meats and tatties. James is carrying a lot of the heavy bags. He's very good. Very good of him to do that. This street is a really nice place for some nice food and some really nice shops up this street, Coburn Street. Now we're on to the Royal Mile. Down the bottom is Holyrood Palace, just there, and at the top is the castle. There's a really lovely pub here called the Albanach. Really good Scottish food here as well. But most of the food here and most of the shops here on the Royal Mile are actually quite expensive, which you would expect. There are quite a lot of tat shops as well, which is shops selling kind of, you know, touristy kind of trinkets and things like that, cashmere and stuff like that. They're mostly owned by the same family, and they're not a Scottish family, so that's something to be aware of as well. James is getting annoyed that I'm stopping so much to take video. It wouldn't be Edinburgh without me stopping to take pictures, but also we need to get to our lovely little flat. It's so nice. So we're just walking by St Giles Cathedral. There it is. Hi. Beautiful place, absolutely gorgeous, beautiful stained windows, stained glass windows, and just up here up front is the Hanging Heart. That's what I've called it. I don't think I'll have to get in this way to show it actually. Let me see. This is the Hanging Heart, which is traditionally where the criminals of Edinburgh were hung, and it's traditional to spit on the heart as you pass it. I think there was a wedding taking place in St Giles Cathedral there, which is why there's 3 big buses there with Mr. and Mrs. Falconer on the side, which is quite nice. So we're coming up on Victoria Street, which is allegedly a street which has inspired Diagon Alley as part of the Harry Potter series. J.K. Rowling did write the book here when she lived in Edinburgh. She still lives in Edinburgh to this day, actually, and this is one of the famous streets which has 2 different levels, and it's quite a kooky little shop place. They have lots of little different types of shops. Up ahead here is a bookshop. It's a traditional kind of map and antique shop, which I think they've turned into a kind of a Harry Potter palace, which is why not. There's a really lovely tailor just up ahead, which has beautiful mannequins out for sale. It's kind of a men's tailor shop, and they actually have a really, really lovely spinning wheel in the front window there, and I think all it needs is a drive band to get going. I don't know what type of spinning wheel this is. If you know, do let me know. Lovely little thing. There's another Harry Potter shop. They've really cashed in on this business. James is actually just in the way of the castle here. We're coming onto the Grassmarket, just from the other side of the Grassmarket here, and the castle's just straight in the middle. And we are on our way to get some food here just for the afternoon. And the Grassmarket was where they used to have cattle marts, and they used to bring all of the animals, which is why it's called the Grassmarket, because it was covered in grass. It was also a site of public hangings as well. And just up ahead in a minute, you'll see the pub, The Last Drop. But this is Armstrong and Sons, which is a fantastic vintage clothes shop, which is really enjoyable. If anyone is interested in vintage clothes, you should definitely pop into Armstrong and Sons. Now, just across the road here, you'll see The Last Drop. That's it. The Last Drop, that's the pub opposite which all of the hangings used to take place of all the criminals. Fairly brutal histories and quite a lot. Oh, that's a pretty dress. Oh, is that nice? Oh, that's nice too. Quite a lot of lovely shops on this square. Lovely vintage shop down the other end. There's really lovely vintage shops. But just ahead here is a really, really cool place. Oh, that's a tattoo shop. Oh, what's that? Oh, James just pointed out something. Paws. Oh, instead of jaws. What's that? What's it say? Avocado. Oh, Mr. Beans, I miss him so much. Roses are red, violets are grey. I'm a dog. Amazing. So just up next door is actually the Maison du Moggy, which is a cat cafe. If anyone is interested, you can spend some time there. It is a little bit expensive to head in there. You have to pay about £15 for like an hour, and then you've got to pay for food extra. There's quite a lot of cats in there, but you know, they're all quite. I remember spending about £23 or something for like a cup of tea and a cake, and to pet some cats who were very uninterested. But it was worth it before I had a cat of my own. So there we go. Armchair Books. This is Armchair Books, a fantastic bookshop just up on the
No, it's never too cold for vlogging.
So cold.
Never.
So that's just a little welcome to Edinburgh, a little introduction to the part of Edinburgh that I'm staying in, which is the Old Town. It's Grassmarket area. It'll probably take about 2 buses for me to get to the Corn Market, which is where Edinburgh Yarn Festival is taking place this year and the last 4 years, I think. It is St. Patrick's Day tomorrow, so I wish you happy St. Patrick's Day or St. Paddy's Day. Never call it St. Patty's Day. Just don't do it. For me and for all other Irish people on this planet, do not call it St. Patty's Day. Please. Thanks very much. Okay, so I may have had a significant amount of beer already. But I've not been knitting, which is probably safer. So yeah, that's day one of my little Edinburgh adventure, and a little introduction to how you're going to get into Edinburgh, perhaps. There are a couple of different ways which you can get in from the airport. There's the tram, there's also another bus called with the 300 bus. The 300 bus takes a lot longer to get in. The 100 bus takes about 20 minutes. The tram takes about 20 minutes as well. The 300 bus probably takes about an hour, honestly, but it's a lot cheaper, and it takes you to different parts of Edinburgh. I hope you'll enjoy this little vlog, and I hope you'll enjoy the little daily vlogs that I'm going to be doing here in Edinburgh during the Yarn Festival. I do them every year. I really enjoy doing them, and if you're interested in being part of them, do let me know, and I'll pop a little video in if you're going to be here, and I'll include you. So, day one, Edinburgh, down. Yay!